If coal is just dead plants, why can't the forests we have today make more of it? We know the Industrial Revolution was powered by coal, but it's always been called a non-renewable resource. Coal formation is a two-step process. First, ancient plant debris piled up in swamps and turned into a dark sludge called peat. Then, geological shifts buried this peat deep underground, where intense heat and pressure cooked it into coal. This all goes back to a crazy time about 350 million years ago, when plants, having just moved from the ocean to land, invented a biological superpower: lignin. Lignin is a super strong polymer, kind of like natural plastic, that allowed plants to grow from flimsy stems into massive woody trees for the first time. Soon the land was covered in a vast alien ocean of forests. But here's the problem. Lignin was brand new, and for the planet's decomposers, like bacteria and fungi, this stuff was completely alien. It totally blew their minds. They had no idea how to break it down. So for millions of years, when these giant trees died, they just didn't rot. They piled up, got buried, and under all that heat and pressure, were compressed into what we now call coal. This era, called the Carboniferous period, created over half of all the coal on Earth. Coal is literally just ancient plants.zip. This massive pileup broke the planet's carbon cycle. Plants were pulling CO2 out of the atmosphere, but since they weren't decomposing, that carbon never went back. CO2 levels plummeted, and oxygen skyrocketed to an insane 45%, more than double today's levels. This was a major buff for insects, which grew to terrifying sizes. We're talking dragonflies the size of drones, spiders as big as basketballs, and centipedes 10 feet long. But this age of giant bugs didn't last. The party ended after about 60 million years, when a hero finally emerged: a type of fungus that evolved the specific enzyme needed to digest lignin. Finally, when trees died, they could be decomposed, releasing their carbon back into the atmosphere and rebooting the carbon cycle. You could say mushrooms saved the world. So to answer the original question, today's plants can't form coal because the world is no longer broken. When a tree falls now, it gets covered in fungi and bacteria that efficiently break it down. That 60 million year window where the planet couldn't clean up after itself is long gone. In the grand scheme of things, plants are the real masters of this planet. Of all the organic matter on Earth, plants make up over 80%. Fungi and bacteria are about 15%. All animal life combined, a tiny 0.3%. We like to call ourselves the rulers of the world, but if the planet's next version update isn't in our favor, we might not even leave a fossil.